Hi everybody, in this video we are going to discuss about Widlar current source. In Widlar current source, the output current is not equal to the input current, rather it is a small part of the input current. We were already discussed in the previous video that in a basic current mirror, the output current I0 is equal to I reference and I reference is given by VCC by R1. This means that when we need an output current source of value I0 which is equal to input bias current, then I reference is given by VCC by R1. So when we need a low value current source, then the value of resistor R1 must be sufficiently large that it cannot be fabricated economically in IC form. So this is the drawback of the basic current mirror circuit. To overcome this, Widlar current sources are used. The basic circuit of current mirror is modified by connecting a resistor Re to the emitter terminal of transistor Q2. Due to the inclusion of this resistor Re, the base emitter voltage of Q2 is less than Q1, and as a result the current I0 is smaller than IC1. A resistor Re is included in the emitter terminal of Q2, and hence the emitter to base voltage of Q2 is smaller than the emitter to base voltage of Q1. Therefore, the collector current of transistor Q2 is less than the collector current of transistor Q1. Let us find the expression for the output current and the value of Re to obtain the required current ratio through analysis. The collector current of transistor Q1 and Q2 can be expressed as IC1 is equal to alpha F into IE0 into e power VB1 by VT, where IE0 is the reverse saturation current and alpha is the current gain and VB1 is the emitter to base voltage of transistor Q1. Similarly, the collector current of transistor Q2 is IC2, which is equal to alpha F into IE0 e power VBE2 by VT, where VBE2 is the emitter to base voltage of transistor Q2 and VT is the thermal voltage. Taking the ratio of IC1 and IC2, that is IC1 and IC2 is equal to, when we divide equation 1.5 by 1.6, we will obtain an expression of the form e power VB1 minus VB2 divided by VT. Taking natural logarithm on both sides, we get VB1 minus VB2 by VT equal to natural logarithm of IC1 by IC2. And this equation, when cross multiplied, we will have an expression of the form VB1 minus VB2 is equal to, taking VT to the other side, we will have VT into natural logarithm of IC1 by IC2. This equation will be used in the further analysis part. So we have to make a understanding that VB1 minus VB2 is equal to VT into ln of IC1 by IC2. Now for the circuit shown here, apply KVL at the emitter to base loop, that is VB1 minus VB2 is equal to IE into RE. Now we know that the current IE is the sum of IB2 and IC2, that is the emitter current is sum of base current IB2 and collector current IC2. Therefore, expressing VB1 minus VB2 is equal to IE into RE, and IE is replaced as IB2 plus IC2, and therefore VB1 minus VB2 is equal to IC2 by beta plus IC2 into RE, because we know that IC is equal to beta IB and IB is equal to IC by beta. So expressing IB2 in terms of IC2, we will have this expression. Now VB1 minus VB2 is equal to IC2 into 1 plus 1 by beta into RE. equating VB1 minus VB2 equal to IC2 into 1 plus 1 by beta into RE with the expression that was obtained earlier using the diode current equation, which is VB1 minus VB2 is equal to VT into natural logarithm of IC1 by IC2. So equating these two, we will have 1 plus 1 by beta into IC2 RE equal to VT into ln IC1 by IC2. Therefore, cross multiplying to find an expression for RE is equal to VT divided by 1 plus 1 by beta into IC2 ln IC1 by IC2. Using this expression, we can determine the value of resistor RE that is required for a particular value of IC1 and IC2. Now apply KCL at node A, that is I reference is equal to IC1 plus IB1 plus IB2, because the IB, the current base current, is entering to both the terminals of the transistor, both the base terminals of transistor Q1 and Q2. That is I reference is equal to IC1 plus IB1 plus IB2, and expressing IB1 by IC1 by beta 1, IB2 by IC2 by beta 2, that is equal to IC1 plus IC1 by beta plus IC2 by beta. Since we know that when the two terms are identical, beta 1 is equal to beta 2 equal to beta. Therefore, IC1 into 1 plus 1 by beta plus 1 IC2 by beta. And as per the theory of the Widlar current source, the collector current of transistor Q2 is very small compared to IC1. Therefore, this term is neglected, and therefore we will have I reference is equal to IC1 into 1 plus 1 by beta. If beta is very large, then I reference is equal to IC1, and I reference can be found by applying KVL. We will have I reference is equal to VCC minus VBE by R1. Therefore, we can determine the value of resistance R1 and RE to obtain a required current ratio. Thank you for watching.